We speak to you now regarding the energetics of your current now nexus point. We have said before that you enter the most challenging times for your planet since the beginning of your known history, drawing up the cellular memory of the time period you know as Atlantis. We have also explained to you that you enter your most connected times. It is now, in your current now nexus point, that you find yourself in the midst of these challenging yet highly connected times. For never have you been more aware as a collective or more united. The divide and conquer strategy, alongside the victim-savior template, are the foundational tools used for the collective attack upon humanity, if you will. Yet the flip side to the divide and conquer strategy is a unification and an uprising. For as we have said before, all energetics are backfiring and are flipping, if you will, into a positively polarized structure. The flip side to the victim-savior template is the sovereignty, mastery, empowerment program, and that which is seen and intended as attack holds the potential to act as catalyst for those in receptivity. And yet there are many in receptivity, for the second the questioning of the false narrative begins, then receptivity to new ideas and different paradigms and information begins. What we are saying here is when doubts begin to seep into an individual's consciousness, then trust begins to be eroded, and truth then becomes visible for that individual. This is what is playing out now upon your planet on a grand scale, the likes of which has never been seen within this section of your historical time period. As you approach the echelons of frequency that transport you into the Aquarian age, the new paradigm shift within humanity will be evident. Let us tell you now that this paradigm shift is indeed a spiritual one. For what you are witnessing are the seed points into a worldwide, global spiritual awakening on your planet Earth. When you reach the tipping point or critical mass for this awakening, this is when your star brothers and sisters will make themselves known to you. For they will no longer be overstepping your free will, as collectively you will be ready to see them and engage with them. And for many of you, you shall merge with them. This time may appear to you to be on the horizon, if you will. Yet when it comes to your experience of linear time, it is but a hair's breadth away. For linear time takes on the fourth dimensional rhythm, which is known to you as the speeding up of time or the quickening. Many of you ask the question, indeed shout the question across the expanses of hyperspace, and we hear your calls, for they are deafening to your celestial brothers and sisters. How much longer? When will this end? When will things return to how they once were? We say to you that returning to what was once before is not your path. The old world ended in your calendrical time at the point of your March equinox 2020. And it was on the day of the March equinox that the new world began. This was day one. We understand your frustrations, fears, and impatience for the new earth that you have all known of and felt deep within your knowing, deep within your bones, if you will. For the awareness of New Earth has been with you all since your incarnation into this earthly body and this physical form, held as template within the DNA, ready to crystallize as you moved into the crystalline DNA structure. The question is not how much longer or when will this end. The question is, where can you plant the seeds of New Earth? Where can New Earth be seen and experienced? For its beginnings have been available to you for quite some time. Indeed, the New Earth projections and realizations are somewhat overshadowed within the minds of many by the New World Order attempted planetary takeover. Indeed, it looks to many of you that this is not just an attempt, but an actualization. And to others, you see yourselves and all that you love and bring you joy as the spoils of war for those who would enslave you. We have said before, and we cannot say enough, that this is a choice. We repeat, this is a choice. It is a choice made by your own integration of the realities around you and the expansion created by that integration, and thus the radiation of that expansion as a template for manifestation. All that you are is still being broadcast into the etheric realms around you. And whilst your third dimensional and lower fourth dimensional realities are heavily hijacked, the synchronicities of the higher fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh dimensional levels are there in abundance for you. This is your modelling clay, as it were, and that which you use to create the reality you want. Synchronicity is still at play. Wonder, joy, and bliss can be found, and the seeds of the new earth can be planted. Indeed, many of these new earth seeds were planted upon your September equinox 2020 and within and around that time period, set to come to fruition at the time of the December solstice 2020. Your Sabbats and Esbats have never held such powerful and magical energy within this section of your now-time nexus point, for they are seen and known by so many. The cosmic energies are being seen. The particles are being seen. The wave form is being seen. And when it is seen, it wants to act for you and dance for you in pure creation, for that is its programmed desire, if you will. Life begets life. This is the law of all free will universes. It may not seem to you at this point that you live in a free will universe. Yet it is because you live in a free will universe that events are playing out as they are. It would be easy for the dark controllers to create a slave race in a universe where there was no free will. Universes are set up like this for various experiential reasons. Yet your universe is not one of these. Your universe is a free will, creator-God, self-realization expression universe of malleable fabric that molds to the will of the wizard. Both the ancient wizard and the contemporary wizard. For you are one and the same when looking at your reincarnational path. Those that would control you know and understand the malleability of the universal and cosmic fabric, and how it takes on the matching structure to the focused power of thought and emotion. They have had you at an advantage for eons with their advanced mystery school secret knowledge. Yet this is the case no longer. The proverbial cat is out of the bag, if you will, and the knowledge of the ancients is now an accessible key within the collective mind for all humanity. This knowledge is your true path to freedom. Knowing that the universal and cosmic fabric takes on the matching structure to the focused power of thought and emotion. Instead of dark magic and death cult ritual, in order to create the focused power of thought and emotion, the service to others positively polarized path is one of the heart. The connection with other through the heart is the shield that acts as the umbrella or canopy around and above aware and awake humanity, so they may create the focused power of thought and emotion to manifest the structures of the new earth. This is the key for you at this point. We are aware of the challenge this brings to you all, as all you see around you is the closing in of the control structure. Yet we say to you, look again. Within the many establishments who enforce the draconian psychological torture methods on an unsuspecting humanity, believing that they themselves are assisting and helping and protecting, you shall find one that holds light and is flooded with light. And this establishment shall deliver to you true assistance, help, and protection. This establishment shall sustain into the new earth when the draconian system fails and falls. You have but to ask, and you will be drawn to these establishments. Ask with a pure heart, and the connection will be made as you magnetically attract these establishments, centers, venues, and places into your reality, either within your cyber world or within the actual physical world. Indeed, these are few and far between at this point in your current now time, for they are baby shoots within a dark forest of well-established trees, if you will. Yet these baby shoots hold stamina and longevity, and they shall sustain. What is it that sustains them? It is the geometry of the golden heart. We repeat, it is the geometry of the golden heart. Golden for the equation of bliss, the manner or ormus of sustenance, chi and life force. The ambrosia of kundalini fire that rises within the enlightened one. The heart is the center of unconditional love that radiates forgiveness and compassion. Within all that occurs to you now, this is your sanctuary, the golden heart. Bliss-charged love, the bliss of kundalini fire combined with the action of forgiveness and compassion. Yet take not this template as a bypass or non-integrated destination, for all must be grounded in the physical world as you navigate through your current times. Your emotions are the compass you need to guide you through. Yet these emotions must be integrated, aligned emotions. Those of you that can do this may be few in number, but are great in the energy expansion and radiation. And it is you few who create the manifestations of the new earth for the many. And by your example, the others shall see and learn and know. You are doing so well. We cannot say enough that you are doing so well. Alongside integrated and aligned emotion, take stamina as the next tool of import. Emotional and psychological stamina. This will be crucial in your ability to sustain as leader, master, and teacher through these times. Your path is challenging and fraught with puzzles and pitfalls, if you will. Yet there are rewards along the way. With every puzzle, there shall be clarity, and with every pitfall, there shall be the prize. The prize, if you will, is the creation, utilization, and experience of new Earth. You shall be the first among you to walk within the new pathways and fields of the new Earth. At first, others will frown in confusion as to why you would frequent and exist within places, situations, ideas, and structures that look primitive, old, and useless. They will not see the gems within these structures or understand their powerful sustainability. Their simplicity is their disguise, and they shall bypass the scrutiny and checkpoint Charlies, for they look as though they cannot possibly threaten the technical giants of the New World Order. The structures shall go unnoticed, for they shall be invisible to all but those with eyes to see. At first, they hold a Robin Hood type of energetic. Not the taking from the rich and giving to the poor, but the distribution of abundance from the hands of the corrupt into the hearts of the meek. The outlaw energetic is that which is outside of the New World Order system and not subject to its rules and regulations. All the time, the New World Order system shall also be in the early stages of its attempted growth. Yet it shall not make it past the adolescent stage, if you will. The green shoots in the forest are the babies of New Earth. The trees are the sustained structures. Two different types of worlds being created simultaneously. Yet only one shall sustain. Only one shall make it to adulthood, and only one shall be the future for your planet. That one is New Earth. The structures built on love, harmony, connection, compassion, unity, togetherness, peace, health, brotherhood and sisterhood, and all that is true humanity. Hold fast to this knowing, for the controllers will aim to squash all that springs up that is part of New Earth. For they understand that there is a silent and also a not so silent revolution taking place. Yet we say to you that the New Earth structures will not be recognized for what they are, and they will fall under the radar of the controllers' scrutiny. We speak in metaphor as we do, for even our conduit knows not of what we speak. Yet for those that do, stay silent, stay hidden, and carry on with your plans. For you will be protected and divinely guided in all that you do. This you know. For those who do not know of what we speak, we say this. Call for New Earth structures to align with all that you are. Live in sovereignty and integrity, harmony and love in all that you do, and you shall draw the match towards you. These structures we speak of, that hold the frequency of the new Earth, they are varied and many, and shall present themselves in all walks of life. They are places, people, businesses, places of worship, schools, creative ventures, ideas, books, media, words, and cosmic pathways of synchronicity. For as the belly of the beast lived as the underworld and is now in the open, so too shall the new earth live within the moonlit shadows, protected by the canopy that is the purple cloak of invisibility, only to rise together, so strong that nothing shall be able to prevent their growth once they are presented to the world. Soon it shall be time for this in physical linear time. Now it is the time for this in 0-point reality. And all shall see, and all shall give thanks and rejoice as the new earth rises and you move into the Aquarian age. We are the white-winged collective consciousness of 9. What is karma? Are there ways we can balance this and become karma-free? Is there a particular nutritional plan we should follow for ascension? Do we increase our karmic balance by eating certain foods? How can we utilize sex magic to work with karma and move through ascension? There are many lessons we can learn from the peoples of ancient Lemuria, a civilization that existed before our known history on planet Earth. As we move through an ascension process collectively, we move back into a new Lemuria, and we take with us all the knowledge we have accumulated since those times. In this transmission from the white-winged collective consciousness of 9, key codes are presented for cellular memory recall, linking the reader beyond Atlantis and into the harmonious frequencies of the first physical civilization on the Earth, Lemuria. The 9 respond to questions using the Lemurian way as a template. Key-coded responses trigger activations within the reader as they receive the wisdom codes, standing as rainbow warriors of Gaia, moving into abundance, alchemy, and Stargate ascension. This transmission is dear to my heart, and I'm so very pleased to announce my new book, Lessons from a Living Lemuria.